Hi, thank you for welcoming me into your home. I'm honored to be here again talking to you about another interesting show that I've seen. Today I'm just going to give you a quick lowdown, quick review of the Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. This is not at all like Sabrina the Teenage Witch. So if you're going in expecting it to be, then you might as well not even waste your time. It has the same names, same city, but completely different show. Don't expect it to be at all like that. So if you're familiar with that show, this is not that show. All right, so diving in. Sabrina, 15-year-old Sabrina is about to be 16 and about to come into her witch powers. 15-year-old Sabrina is also half witch, half mortal, just like the older show that they had previously that this is kind of based on. She is dealing with the hard challenge of trying to decide between a mortal life and a supernatural witch life with friends, her witch family, and going to a witch school. Does she go to a witch school? Does she go to a mortal school with her mortal friends who one of which she is in love with and has been dating for quite some time? What does she do? So this is something that she kind of has to unpack every episode. The Dark Lord, she has to decide whether or not she's going to sign her name over to him and basically give him all her power and power over her at the same time as being able to get power from him as he controls her. So she's trying to decide, am I okay with that? Do I want to be controlled by this Dark Lord? She doesn't know. She's pretty sure she's not okay with it. And so she's trying to find a way around that. And just like all of our usual heroes, she's trying to do the right thing, trying to make good choices. But it's kind of tempting having the ability to have powers and to do things to help people. And you kind of fall into what she ends up doing, is she kind of falls into a downward spiral of getting into some bad stuff because she's wanting to do the right thing, but she does the wrong thing in the process and makes some bad choices. There's a lot of adventures, a lot of things that go on. If you've ever seen Riverdale, this is done by the executive producers of Riverdale. So it has some of that same kind of guiding you through the episode, kind of introducing you to the life there and what the characters are into. It has some of that same kind of feel, the teenagers interacting with the adults, interacting with some other force, whether it be in Riverdale, it's violent, criminals and stuff like that. On this show, it's demons and supernatural creatures and things like that. So you get to see some of that. The special effects on almost the whole show is really good. The only surprising and upsetting part is that the Dark Lord, this supposed to be like big character in the show, which is like this main thing that everybody's talking about in almost every episode, is the cheesiest part of the show, honestly. I mean, like, they did not work very hard to make this creature look, real enough and scary enough and really big enough, because you would imagine that he'd be bigger and scarier, and it just doesn't look scary enough. So, but a lot of the other characters and creatures and stuff that they have throughout the show, they're really creepy. And there's some really interesting images, creepy images. So if you're looking for something lighthearted and fun, this is not that. This is dark. This is, kind of a view behind the scenes of what evil witchcraft would look like. And she's getting into all of that for the first time, really. So you get to kind of experience that with her. I wouldn't suggest that you watch this with your kids. This isn't a family show. So don't expect to be able to sit down and cuddle on the couch and watch this with your kids, because this is not a wholesome family show. This is kind of like as dark as, if you've ever seen the show Salem. It's very dark like that. There's some sexual content, some versatile preferences as far as like guy, girl, things like that. So if you're not into that type of thing, this is not the show for you. If you're not into Bible verses being turned into some kind of evil references demonic type worshiping and stuff like that, this isn't the show for you, because you will be offended and you won't like it. This is a Netflix original. I think for what it's supposed to be and what it is, if you go into it not expecting anything, not knowing anything, then I think you'll be pleasantly surprised as far as the quality of the acting, the quality of the writing, and the thought that was put into the whole process of the show. So anyway, if you're not worried about being offended by the darkness, by the heaviness of everything, then I think you should definitely check it out. It's a quality show. But if any of that stuff that I warned you about might be offensive to you, don't waste your time, because every episode's going to be like that, okay? So anyway, so I hope this helps. I hope this keeps you from wasting your time watching something that you don't like. And if you do like it, I'm glad you enjoyed it. So let me know what you thought in the comments. Let me know if there's anything you'd like me to check out so that I can review it. If you have any suggestions, let me know. I love to hear from you guys. And besides that, have a great holiday, and I look forward to talking to you again soon.